put together the Internet for Everyone initiative, and we're excited about it. It's an unprecedented initiative bringing together public and private sector groups to raise public awareness about America's digital divide and to build the political and popular will to address the problem. We start from this simple premise. To fully realize the net's potential, all Americans must have access to a fast, open, and affordable Internet. Today, they do not. The U.S. has sunk from 4th to 15th in the world in broadband adoption since 2001. We're here today because we can no longer leave this critical issue in the hands of Congress or the phone and cable companies that have dominated the policymaking process for years. We're here today because we can no longer leave this critical issue in the hands of I'm going to go to the next line. You know, it's funny, as I started, I was like, how can I make a joke on this subject of internet adoption? And that was fortuitous. Despite common misconceptions, the digital divide is not shrinking. According to our research, right now, half of the country does not subscribe to high-speed internet. As remarkable as that is, with everyone on here right now probably checking email or looking at a website instead of listening to me. Americans pay far too much for far too little compared to consumers in other countries. And it's the middle class and the less fortunate who are falling behind. The divide is not just economic either, it's also geographic. Nearly 10 million rural households are in areas not served by any broadband provider. We're here today because the future of the Internet is the future of nearly all media. Television, radio, phones, movies, and emerging technologies are all moving to a digital platform. That's a big deal. And we know that the policymakers are going to determine the future of the Internet, with it the immense social, political, and economic consequences for generations to come. So with so much at stake, closing the broadband digital divide must be a national priority. One of the biggest obstacles to adopting a national broadband policy is that the Internet is not seen as a political issue. And even if it were, today the community that uses the Internet is not sufficiently organized to guide the policy debates that will shape its future. That's why Internet for Everyone is here and being launched today. The initiative is organized around 4 core principles. The first is access, that every home and business in America must have access to a high-speed, world-class communications infrastructure. Number 2, choice. Every consumer must enjoy real choice of high-speed Internet providers to achieve lower prices and higher speeds. Number 3, openness. Every Internet user should have the right to freedom of speech and commerce online in an open market without gatekeepers or discrimination. And 4th is innovation. The Internet should continue to create good jobs, foster entrepreneurship, spread new ideas, and serve as a leading engine for economic growth. Internet for Everyone does not support or oppose specific legislation, but rather presents these principles as the foundation of a national broadband plan. Internet for Everyone recognizes that it is outrageous that the country that invented the Internet cannot ensure fast, affordable Internet access to all businesses, all hospitals, all schools, all libraries, all churches, all public safety officials, all community organizations. Internet for Everyone recognizes that to close the digital divide in this country, we must dramatically change course. For years, U.S. broadband policies have supported a rigid duopoly of cable and telephone giants, and our rapid technological decline is the direct result of these disastrous policies. Getting us back on top will require a national broadband policy framework that supports broadband competition and open access, and we need bold leadership willing to reject the conventional political wisdom and explore innovative solutions. Internet for Everyone launches today to empower such leadership and realize an Internet system that works for everyone, rich and poor, urban and rural, today and for generations to come. To start, Internet for Everyone will hold 4 public forums across the nation to get ordinary Americans involved in crafting a national broadband agenda to close the digital divide and reestablish America as a global leader at the same time that we build one of the largest public interest industry coalitions ever assembled. The time for this work is right now, and Internet for Everyone is pleased to have some of the leading minds in this nation here to endorse the initiative and help us get started. Thank you very much.